Hey guys, we're out here with two really cool rifles today. We have the High Standard Enforcer, brand new Magpul furniture rifle that they put out. We also have the Interarms AK-47. The reason why we're bringing both these guns out here today is we want to show some distinct differences between these two. Todd, these are probably they are the two most popular rifles in the world. There are millions of these out there, and probably this is getting really close. What are your thoughts on these two rifles, and just on the front end of it, what are the strengths of each one of these?
Well, Paul, you're correct as far as being popular. There's more of these things on the battlefield throughout the world than anything else out there. You know, if you're looking at the AK-47, it's been around since 1947. It's a Russian design. If you're looking at the AR-15 platform, it got popular in the 60s and was introduced, you know, through there. But they work on two separate principles as far as the gas function. The AR system uses a direct gas impingement, which just cycles gas off the barrel through the a port under the front sight through a tube and then back in. So while it's got an advantage of being less moving parts, so it makes a very accurate system, it makes for a dirty system, and the gun tends to run hot when you run it hard. The AK-47 uses a plunger system to where the gas impinges on a piston or plunger that's attached to the operating rod of the rifle. So that's kind of the differences. The AR, I've always heard it said, is more of a rifle, where the AK is more of a machine gun. The rounds, today what we're shooting out of the AR is a 55 grain full metal jacket bullet, and out of the AK-47 we're shooting 123 grain full metal jacket bullet. And so obviously you're going to have a distinct difference in the kinetic energy when you're looking at way more than twice, you know, the grain of the bullet. It's going to hit a lot harder. It's going to do a lot better through barriers if you had to shoot somebody through a car door or a wall or something like that, because the bullet's going to hold together more. It's got more kinetic energy, where the lighter bullet is not going to do as well. It's going to tend to come apart on you.
But you've got more reach on this bullet.
You've got more reach, and you know, they say a little bit more accuracy. I don't, from my experiences with the AK-47, I don't find it to be an inaccurate platform. Probably not as precision as the AR, but that's not what it was designed to do. So
yeah, you're not going to find a sniper walking up a tower or anything like that, one of these guns. That's not what they're for.
No, that's not what they're for. They're battle rifles. They're you know, particularly anti-personnel.
Now, to show a comparison of these rounds, we decided to do a chrono test of the 7.62, the 223, and the 5.56 rounds. First up was the 7.62 being fired out of the AK-47. It came in a very consistent 2,343 feet per second. Then we had our first AR-15 round, the 223. It came in at 2,879 feet per second. While of course being common knowledge, the 5.56 came in fastest of all at 3,122 feet per second. Again, these were our averages after shooting multiple shots of each round through the chrono. The 7.62, 2,343 feet per second. The 223, 2,879 feet per second. And the 5.56, 3,122 feet per second. The 223 round came in at 536 feet per second faster than the 7.6 round, while the 5.56 round, the fastest of all, came in at 779 feet per second faster than the 7.62 round. And the 5.56 round was actually 243 feet per second faster than the 223. And look, we are not ballistics experts and don't pretend to be. We shot bullets through a chrono and wrote them down on a piece of paper, and these are the numbers. Simple as that. Now, to get a feel for both of these unique rifles, we loaded up a bunch of mags, and the Legally Armed America crew went to town to see what were the strengths of each of these rifles. As a quick note, most of the guys are very familiar with the AR-15, so we expected all the real surprises to come shooting the AK-47. Other than getting used to where all the controls are, which can obviously be very important in a battle situation, running with a battle rifle is running with a battle rifle. We even did some quick accuracy tests at 50 yards and really didn't see a huge difference in accuracy between these two rifles.
And this one, I'm aiming at this.
Now let's see how the guys thought the AR-15 and the AK-47 both handled.
Let me say this right off. I would not feel inadequately armed with either rifle. A little disclaimer to start off with, I got a little bit more time behind the AR platform, so it was a little bit more familiar to me. But if I could take the cartridge out of the AK-47 and feed it into the AR-15 rifle, to me that would make the perfect platform. The AR's got very quick handling capabilities. When you swing it up, you automatically find your sights. I found with the AK, it was a little harder to find the sights. If you look at the rifles side by side, it's not so much the sight radius, they're about the same, but if you look at how far the sight is from your face on the AK versus how far it is from where your face falls out on the AR, I found it a little harder for me to get that sight picture quickly. Other than that, I think I shot equally well with both of them, or equally inadequate, I might say, with both of them. But the AR, we pulled it out of the box, and it's not zeroed to me, so when we were shooting it at 50, it was shooting a little high, but the groups were decent, at least for my capabilities. And you know, the AK, I think you know, shot equally as well, if not maybe even a little bit better.
Ben agreed with Todd on the sights and also liked the controls of the AR over the AK.
I prefer the sights over the sights on the AR over the AK. It feels like the AR is a little more ergonomic to me. You know, the safety, thumb safety, you know, as opposed to on the opposite side on the AK. The mag changes, you know, the mag well on the AR-15 is a lot easier to find quickly and reload.
The ergonomics of the AR-15, along with the sights, was also something Chad preferred about the AR over the AK.
And this is a very low profile to get down onto these sights. Actually, I had earmuffs on when I was shooting this gun. The first shot I took with the AK, I actually pulled my earmuff up off my ears, so I had to adjust my my sight view.
With the sights on the AK-47 being the overwhelmingly negative trait and characteristic of the AK-47, Todd summed it up really well that both rifles will save your life.
AK, it swings up really quick. Like I said, if I had to fault it for one thing, it would be the sights. If the sights were located back here, they would be easier to find. But that's just my thoughts. I wouldn't feel inadequately armed with either rifle, to be honest with you.